about the children and the spouses. We're all laughing about it, but they're all families and stuff.
Coldplay threw a couple on the kiss cam. Turns out they were having an affair? I don't think even Coldplay can fix this.
The story everyone's talking about, the CEO caught on kiss cam at a Coldplay concert, snuggling with his head of human resources.
Kristin's secret didn't stay secret for long. One concert, one camera, and boom, everything blew up. Coldplay's kiss cam didn't just zoom in, it exposed everything. No excuses. This wasn't just a bad decision. It was a full-blown meltdown of values, respect, and reality. So who was the man she betrayed? That's where it gets even colder. His name is Andrew Cabot. The moment the story hit the headlines, he vanished. No statements, no press, no tweets, nothing. He didn't run. He didn't defend. He just disappeared. But in Boston, where he came from, that silence wasn't cowardice. It was the family code. To outsiders, it looked like he folded. But to the world he came from, silence was the answer. And in that world, saying nothing hits harder than any public fight ever could. In the Cabot world, silence isn't weakness, it's a weapon. Andrew said nothing, no apologies, no spin, no last-minute cover-up. He didn't fight the story, he let it spread, controlled, calculated. Because in his world, scandals don't get handled publicly, they get handled quietly. No drama, just discipline. And if you don't understand that move, it's because you don't know the name Cabot, a name that in Boston it isn't just respected, it's feared. This isn't just old money, it's ancient. The Cabots aren't rich guys playing elite, they are the elite. White, Protestant, East Coast royalty, Boston Brahmins. The kind of people who make power look boring on purpose. Their wealth, never flashy, never loud, never lost. It just exists, unshaken, shipping, rum, chemicals, quiet cash that built empires and never bragged once. And deep inside that empire is one rule. No scandal ever leaves the family. Ever. Andrew Kit didn't just inherit wealth, he was born into secrecy. No tweets, no tabloid flashes, no cameras in the bushes. In his world, silence isn't survival, it's the standard. He runs Privateer Rum, a family-built empire so low-key, most people don't even know it exists. No ads, no branding, no hype. Just deep roots and deep profits. Revived in the 2000s, built on 6 generations of legacy, what started in the millions has now grown into a $15 billion fortress. And the public, they were never invited. Then came Kristin, a spark in a room built to stay dark. Young, bold, hungry, and absolutely not from Andrew's world. She joined the Privateer Rum board in 2020. Still married, still quiet, but just months later, divorce papers hit. By 2022, she wasn't just on the board, she was on Andrew's arm. First at private events, then everywhere he went. The outsider had moved in. No photos, no press, no congratulations. Andrew and Kristin's wedding didn't make headlines. It didn't even make noise. But Boston's elite, they knew. Whispers pointed to a hidden ceremony in 2023. No proof, just a beach house deed in 2025, with both their names on it. New Hampshire, $2.2 million. Quiet, clean, elite. The place matched their brand. Rich, subtle, untouchable. Kristin kept the ring on, showed up at the distillery parties, moved like she belonged. She wasn't born into that world, but she wore it like a second skin. Andrew stayed steady, calm, collected, guarding the name, the fortune, the legacy. But behind the polished walls and vintage bottles, something started slipping. Kristin didn't want to play background anymore. She wanted the spotlight. She walked away from Privateer Rum, from the whispers, from the rules. She jumped into Astronomer, a tech rocket ship with no leash. No legacy holding her back. No history to tiptoe around. She rose fast, head of HR. And just like that, she wasn't just fitting in. She was leading. Kristin's resume? Immaculate. Experience stacked, every move is polished. She didn't just fit in, she dominated, fast. But startups run on different rules. Flashy is normal, quiet gets overlooked. And in that world, being close to the CEO, it doesn't go unnoticed. The looks started first, at meetings, at parties, no evidence, no receipts, just a growing sense. Kristin and Andy Byron were too close, and everyone could feel it, even if no one said it out loud. Then it happened.
Priceless, or cost of a ticket.
Yeah.
Cost of a divorce. Oops.
I do feel bad for the family.
Oh my gosh,
involved,
of course.
right?
His wife has immediately took his name off her page, shut down her social media. Until then, it was a big family porch.
Coldplay concert, Gillette Stadium, 65,000 people, music pumping, wristbands glowing, emotions high, and boom, kiss cam hits. The camera locks onto 2 people in the crowd. Too close, too comfortable, too familiar. It's Kristin Kit, HR director, and right beside her, her boss, the CEO, Andy Byron. Not coworkers, not strangers, definitely not innocent. And in under an hour, the clip goes viral. Everyone connects the dots. the faces, the titles, the truth. And the worst part, Kristin is still married to Andrew Cabot. The internet went wild. TikTok, Reddit, Twitter all lit up like a fuse. The scandal exploded. Comments flew. Memes dropped. But one person said absolutely nothing. Andrew Cabot. No tweets, no interviews, no quiet unfollows. He didn't react. He vanished. But that wasn't a weakness. That was tradition. In his world, you don't clap back. You go quiet. And silence? That was the statement.
I could have never guessed that it would be such high-profile individuals in the video. I do feel sorry for their partners and spouses that they had to find out this way.
Coldplay would have moved on?
100%. I think if they acted natural, no one would have thought twice. What a cute couple. I mean, I'm sure people in their inner circle might have caught something, but I definitely wouldn't have posted that video if the reaction wasn't there.
As the scandal roared online, the company cracked. Astronomers made it official. Andy Byron was out as CEO. Kristin, suspended. Then, silence moved in like a machine. Her LinkedIn, gone. Company directory, wiped. No post, no goodbye, just vanished. And from Andrew Kit, still nothing. No defense, no distraction, no hesitation. Just cold, calculated silence, step by step, perfectly timed. Kristin's name didn't vanish, it just faded. A few photos on Privateer Rum's site, a couple clippings in old newspapers. Nothing was deleted, nothing was denied. Andrew didn't need to erase the past, he just left it there, untouched, unspoken, like a wound left open on purpose. Then the leaks started, divorce papers, appointment dates, secret meetings, timelines that only insiders could know. No one claimed responsibility, no one made a statement. But the message? Loud and clear. The quieter Kristin got, the louder the message hit. She was gone, not just from the marriage, from the world she married into. In the Cabot circle, that silence wasn't absence, it was a verdict. And soon, whispers started circling. Cabot only speaks to God. Sounded like a joke, until you realized they meant it. This wasn't just a family, it was a legacy with its own language. No public fights, no press releases. Here, power doesn't shout, it just watches and erases. Everyone who knew Kristin was shocked. She had been the one bright spot in a sea of stone-faced men. Strong, unshakable, a symbol of modern confidence. But now, she was a lesson. A warning shot to anyone who thought they could escape consequences. In certain worlds, mistakes aren't forgiven. They don't get aired out in the press. No photos torn, no angry posts, just silence. And that silence, it's what erased her. Because in this world, once your honor is gone, it's gone for good.
And there's been a bunch of statements that have come out so far. What we know is that they are fake from Andy Byron. However, Astronomer.com has put out a statement, and they've said that he is now on leave. Pete DeJoy, the founder, is now taking over as interim CEO, and they added that, quote, "Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability," end of quote.
So a lot of fallout, not just with the family, but professionally as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Andrew Cabot? Still nothing. No explanations, no defenses, no tearful goodbyes. In his world, silence wasn't weakness, it was power. Maybe one day he'll tell his side, maybe a book, maybe a podcast, maybe a journalist will chase him across the globe. But for now, nothing, just silence. And in the silence, he disappeared. No excuses, no comeback, just cold, calculating silence. In Boston, no one blinked. Because they all knew the rule, you never betray Cabot, not in the spotlight, not in the public eye. The price? Disappearance. In that world, no one says, "I was wrong." They just erase you. Some scandals make you lose everything, but some make you vanish. So which is worse, being shamed publicly or erased from existence? In a world where image matters more than truth, is silence the weapon or the sentence? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on? The one who stays silent or the one crushed under that silence? If this story grabbed your attention, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. We're always dropping the latest stories. Don't miss the next one.